The Pawn Stars might be legends in the TV world, but they are business first and foremost. So that means when they're in moments when they need to take advantage of a situation to make the most profit, then they will. Items people bring to the pawn shop varies depending on items' condition, authenticity, and rarity, and more usual than not, people sometimes have no idea the real value of an item. Now History Channel's reality television show Pawn Stars has been running for nearly a decade, and it is the network's biggest success by far. The show is produced by Left Field Pictures and is filmed in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it highlights the daily activities at the world-famous Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Gold and Silver Pawn is a 24-hour family business opened in 1989 and originally operated by Richard Oldman Harrison and is run by him, his son, Rick Harrison, Rick's son, Corey Big Hoss Harrison, and Corey's childhood friend, Austin Chumley Russell. Now the show gives viewers so much excitement messing around with the idea of how much a product's value is, and when we say viewers, we mean millions of millions that tune in week after week in hopes of seeing something unique and amazing, as well as whether or not the Harrisons will make the right call when it comes to the value and authenticity of an item. Over the years, the show has definitely been seeing some incredible and rare items come through their door. Now some turn out to be really good copies without any value, but more often than not, people walk in with items worth tens of thousands of dollars. Items can range from guitars, cars, silver, jewelry, coins, or autographs, but we're only going to point out a few of the most expensive Pawn Star deal in today's video. But before we do that, make sure you leave a comment, a like if you like Pawn Stars, and also subscribe for future content just like this. In one story, after the passing of his grandmother, one man cleaned out her belongings and came to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop with a solid gold bar that he found hidden away in a box. Without actually knowing how much the gold bar was worth, he decided to take it to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop to find out more about it. Now, simply melting the gold bar down would have brought the man $24,000 alone. However, after an expert confirmed the gold bar was from 1554, Spanish shipwreck in Texas, the value was immediately doubled from $24,000 to $48,000. The lucky man agreed to sell the solid gold bar to Rick Harrison for $35,000 and left both men happy with the transaction. In a 2013 season 7 episode, Rick made a house call to check out a seller's 1932 Ford Roadster Model B that seemed to be in near perfect condition. The Model B was produced from 1933 to 1934 and was considered an updated version of the Model A, but both Rick and his son realized how small the car was and that it was nowhere near a vehicle that they would purchase and drive for themselves. It was the age of the car on top of its perfect condition and only having 450 miles on the speedometer that grabbed Rick's initial interest, but it was only after Vegas car custom legend Danny fell in love with it, and it sparked Rick to make a deal. After the seller gave his best firm price of $70,000, Rick did what he always does in massive purchases and started negotiating. Rick's initial offer was $65,000. The owner was very unwilling to drop the price below $70,000. They eventually struck a deal for $68,250. Now, after hearing that an original version of this artwork has sold for $6 million, Paul decided to take not one but four original paintings to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop to see what type of deal he could get for the artwork. His initial offer was $8,000 apiece, for a total of $32,000, but Rick quickly noticed the water damage and warned the customer Paul that right off the bat the water damage was going to affect the value of the artwork. He proceeded to call in his expert to check the paintings out, who then confirmed the authenticity of the painting, while also stating that the painting were early work from the 1950s. He also stated that since the water damage was only on the edges and not affecting the composition itself, wasn't a big deal when it comes to looking at the artwork and selling it at the auction, including that the paintings could go around for $10,000 a piece at the auction, with two of them possibly selling it for as much as $15,000. Now, based on the information Rick gathered and remembering the commission fee that he would have to pay at auction, he offered $24,000 for all four paintings, but Paul said two by themselves would go for $30,000. So they settled for a deal for $27,000, and Paul left happy because he didn't expect to get that much. That's all we have for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for future content just like this.